What's going on, guys? Driven Chunk here, and I am back. Got done fishing, got back a couple days ago, and got back to the good news that Season 10 is going to be starting October 25th. I believe the beta is going to be the 11th, the 12th, or something like that of October. But anyway, we wanted to get through some of these recaps. I was able to catch Senpai's stream today. That was really awesome, and we're going to go through all the recaps that they've had so far. So this is number 3. We're going to start at number 3 today, just for people who didn't catch it. And yeah, we'll just try to jump into it, try not to make this video too long. Starting off, they consolidated corruption zones into fewer groups with more zones in each. Here's the image here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, a little too much. Okay, we're still doing it. Anyway, so before it was kind of just doing one at a time, you know, Bloodmoor, Cold Plains, Stony Field, Dark Woods, Black Marsh, blah, blah, blah. Now they're going to be 2 per rotation. So that'll be nice. It'll be the Bloodmoor and Den of Evil, yada, yada, yada. You can kind of see what they went through here. Pretty much what this means to me is you're going to get the cow levels in Arcane Sanctuary and Chaos Sanctuary faster and more frequently. Pretty badass. So they got rid of one at a time, and now they're going to double them up. And I think they said something about the rotations. We'll see some more about this, I'm sure, here. It doesn't specify anything in this, but I could have sworn he mentioned something about the rotation time being different. I could be misremembering that, though. Anyway, moving on. The lock inventory button now also applies and locks mercenary equipment, as well as preventing items from being socketed with gems, runes, jewels while equipped. So that's just going to prevent people accidentally dropping their armor in a declone fight, or while they're running maps, or their mercenary stuff too. Going on, inactive PvP charms are translucent within the inventory to further distinguish them from real charms. So they did come out with some PvP charms that you can get from a vendor in the arenas. They're just plus skill GCs with like 15 life, but they can only be used for PvP. Moving on, there is no longer a minimum level requirement to enter Uber bosses. Experience won't be gained below level 80. This is going to be in relation to what they did earlier in a previous recap, which we'll get into, where you can lock your character's XP. And the reason that people would want to not get XP is to do just, I don't know, special runs, you know, low level runs, fastest to Ubers at level 45. So they can go through the rest of the game without having to worry about raising XP. Anyway, there are now configurable hotkeys for gambling and refresh, as well as transmute. So that's pretty good for the people who want to gamba, you know, gamba streams incoming of Geeds. You just click on the button, it'll refresh it until you see whatever it is you want to purchase. And then you can do hotkeys for transmute. I probably won't do that. I'm just too old. I've just, you know, gotten used to it. Moving on, Whirlwind now correctly benefits from weapon range modifiers. It was previously bugged and capped at a maximum of 2. So if you use a pole arm, I don't forget what the values are. I think pole arms are 4 or something like that. Depending on the type of weapon, you will get the correct modifiers now. Whirlwind will also now prioritize targeting close enemies. I guess it was random, so now it will try not to hit the same target twice. That's right here below it. Whirlwind will now only hit the same target twice if there are no other targets available. So it's going to try to do, if you go into a mob, it's going to try to hit a different one every time until there's none left. So a single target won't be really affected by that at all. Moving on, Blaze now lets you phase through enemies while moving. Blaze is the sorcerer's ability where you light the ground on fire while you run faster. So now you can actually run through mobs. It looks really, really cool, actually. Moving on, Mind Blast radius now increases in size with multiple consecutive casts. That's pretty cool for any Mind Blast players, because now your AoE will grow as you continue to attack. I'm not too sure if it resets if you target somewhere different, or if it's like a charge thing where it just, no matter if your next one's going to click, it will have the next increased size. Next up, Innocence Rune will now properly apply at the correct frame level based on Blade Shield's hard level. This is going to result in going from 12 frames per attack to 20. So I guess a slight nerf, but Senpai showcased that Blaze build, and it had Innocence on it, and it was proccing Nova still really frequently. For non-ladder characters, Kara now sells tokens of Absolution, because non-ladder, who cares? You just get tokens. And if you just want to respec your non-ladder players or characters, Shift plus Click will now spend 20 stat points at a time instead of all the remaining stat points. Funny, because I was expressing my phobias last season when I was respecing about, I forget if it's Control and Shift, which one dumps it all. Don't got to worry about that now. It's just 20. And that's going to be it for the recent dev stream recap. That was from this Saturday, September 28th. And we'll go ahead and skip on through to the second one. This was 7 days ago, so this was last week. Also coming Season 10, new Uber boss with teaser not spoiled. I'm guessing that's Lilith. That's what I'm guessing. I'm sure it's going to be a much better fight than the Lilith fight in Diablo 4. So for some of the changes, Smite has Crushing Blow up to 25% from hard points, and also boosts the effectiveness of Crushing Blow by up to 50% through soft points, a new stat. Kind of feel like they're pushing Smite recently, bringing it back into the fold. Next, planning to do Balance Pass for Paladin shield bases, and also for Smite damage on non-shield Paladin shields. Interesting. Reworking shields a little bit. Throw Mastery renamed to Range Mastery, and now applies to bows, crossbows, in addition to throwing attacks. No bow barb skills coming, just a bit of a meme support. So if you want to do bow barb with mage flight or whatever, and whatever those one, if you just want to be a bow barb, I forget the names of them. Sorry, I just got back from Alaska. I can't remember Diablo shit right now. I'm trying my best. Also, new map, Castle Runes, looks pretty badass. Kind of a I saw the videos of it. It's kind of almost Act 1 with some Kuras City castle like rune things. Pretty cool. Another map coming, Lava Bridges, pretty cool, like a Fledge-a-thon, Bastion's Keep almost thing, or Pandemonium Fortress, I should say, not Bastion's Keep. But yeah, very cool. Be fun to slaughter enemies in this one. All settings integrated into D2 exit menu, keybinds, loot filters, auras, quick casts, D2 GL, etc. I'm going to play just a quick video over here of just what that looks like. So that control right click at the lower left of the screen that we got used to pull up the PD2 specific menus is now incorporated into the main exit one, and actually looks pretty cool. It's really going to actually help a lot of probably new players and stuff like that to change your loot filters or put on your auras or do quick cast stuff or even graphical stuff. So very cool. Very, very cool. Just another quality of life thing that the team's really giving to us. And it's a badass community. I'm super stoked to be playing Season 10. On to the next one. Hunger adds open wounds, chance, and bonus damage instead of critical strike chance. So changing Hunger a little bit to some open wound damage. Going to the next one. Bone Spear hitbox is now 3 times as wide. That's pretty badass. I think you shoot up to 3 bone spears when you max it all out. So that's going to bulldoze some stuff. Going to the next one. Cleansing adds curse resistance, currently +5 base and +1% per soft level, in addition to curse duration reduction. So they're just giving cleanse a little bit more love with curse resistance as well as curse duration reduction. Claws of Thunder, third stage's charge bolt now pierce enemies. Lightning strikes enemies who are pierced by the charge bolt. So just adjusting some of the effects on Claws of Thunder, whatever. PvP Arena now includes a book, which can be clicked to show the list of PvP specific damage modifiers for all skills. Nice. So just kind of a help menu. in the PvP arena. Also in PvP, merchants now sell mid-tier charms that can only be used within PvP arenas. Helps make PvP more accessible. Those are the charms we talked about that will only work in the PvP arena, and they'll be ethereal if you go out of the PvP arena and still have them in your inventory. New command, no EXP, which disables the ability for characters to earn experience, persists between games, and is character specific. Oh, it persists between games. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. I mentioned before. This is going to be the one thing of going backwards. They'll talk about certain things that we haven't gotten to yet, but you know it if you've been watching it. I'm catching up on all this since I just got back. So anyway, the no EXP or thing is just for people who want to, do unique specific runs at low levels, things like that. New rune words, purity, ethol, low. Purity goes into pole arms, 3 sockets, pole arms, spears, staff, bow, crossbow. So no melee weapons. Low level, ethol. It gives prayer aura, 45% increased attack speed, 110 to 145 ED, minus 25% target defense, damage to demons, 30% curse duration reduction, and then lifesteal. So not too bad. Mark weapon, or I guess if you wanted to use it just to get some curse duration reduction. Pretty interesting going on. Rapture, 6 socket hammers, Vex, Jaw, Low, Rile, Co, Maul. Not too expensive, I guess. Just Jaw, Low, Vex. So not too bad. So anyway, this one gives 14% chance to cast a level 46 fissure on striking, 30% chance to cast a level 35 lower resist on striking. That's badass. 20% increased attack speed, 240 to 280 ED, ignores target's defense, 5 to 30 fire damage, 7 mana steal, 40% deadly strike, prevent monster heal, some dexterity, some cold res, gold find, and then 50% damage to undead. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Kind of like I don't know, maybe Fireclaw Druid. Be pretty sick to use that. Pretty badass. Curious about that. I mean, I guess you could use it for Whirlwind too, because just procs everything. Interesting. Very, very. I mean, you could do like Holy Fire, Frenzy Barb, or Whirlwind, and then have this on your Merc instead of Conviction. Or you could have this on your Merc and then be a Conviction Paladin, and just steamroll everything elementally, just get that lower res. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So it looks like that's it for the second developer stream. That was last week. This has got to be Lilith, right? Got to be Lilith. Let's move on to the next one. So this was the first one from 14 days ago. Yes. Okay. Well, before we get into this one, this was just a spoiler that they announced early on, which I'm sure everybody heard about. This was just a little thing. Allocated loot. If you don't know what allocated loot is, I'll just go ahead and just sum it up. It's like PoE. If you play with friends in PoE, like stuff will drop, but certain people can't pick it up. But I'll go ahead and explain this here with what they wrote. Allocated loot is something that you're gonna have to choose before you go into a game. I'm not seeing where it is. Character differences. Where is it on the menu? Menu option. Where? Oh, there it is. I see. Right there. So click it if you want to have this thing enabled. If you play solo like me, it's not really going to affect you at all. With allocated loot, more rare / sought after items dropped from a monster will be assigned to a random player for 10 seconds who is within 2 screens. And after that 10 seconds ends, the items will be able to be picked up by anyone. They're just testing out duration to see if it needs to be shortened or lengthened. Does it have a thing? Oh, I see. But the A is allocated loot. These are normal. And it's just, some people don't honor the roll system, or, it just prevents slurping a little bit. Okay, so here's an example. Oh, let's try that again. Bloop. What's up, Andy? So this is grayed out until it Stops being grayed out. Then you can pick it up. Still can't. 10 seconds. There it is. Boom. Now it's yours. Person didn't pick it up who was allocated for. And they got themselves a tooth row. Low level rolled tooth row. So anyway, what's going to be able to be allocated isn't everything. What's going to be allocated is runes, lem to Zod. That makes sense. Worldstone shards and catalyst shards. Charms, jewels, set items, unique items, map materials, uber materials, large XP boxes and pieces, Lilith mirrors, light songs, keys, and skeleton keys, and then the books, the Herodic Navigator and the Herodic Almanac. So yeah, what is this? We're also looking into if we can make maps always be assigned to the player who opened the map. Oh, okay. Interesting. So there, if you open a map, you let people in, all loot's allocated to you since it's your map, and then you choose. Very, very interesting. So we have that. Going back to what I think this is the last one that they had from 2 weeks ago. So technically, I guess this would be the very first one. Let's see. Yep. So allocated to loot, blah, blah, blah. They touched up charge to reduce desync and slowdowns. Cool, cool, cool. Charge even more badass. Charge now uses AI as breakpoints properly. Cool. Holy Sword removed from scepters. Oh, I think it adds like a skill, like the plus skills in it. I kind of wish I made mention on the stream too, is like, I think just it's kind of weird having like defensive skill tree skills from that tree on weapons like cleanse and resist lightning. I just, you get it. I guess it's not the worst, but if you're using it, but it's kind of pointless on a weapon. I think it's weird. Moving on. Holy Sword works as a pre-buff and will persist without an effect when not using a two-handed sword. Yeah, I thought you could only use Holy Sword with swords. Is this saying you can now, or you didn't have to? You could have used it on, I could have used it all last season. Huh. Yeah, I thought it had to be like two-handed. I don't know. Maybe this is saying it's going to be like Holy Shield now. Anyway, be interesting to see that. Energy Shield persists after 0 mana for Sorks. Something for Energy Shield, I guess. Energy Shield on items absorbs efficiencies and persistences, or persistence fixed. Okay. I don't know. I don't use Energy Shield. Really, I don't play Sork. Blades of Ice charges 2 and 3 changed. Here's an example. Charge 2 is the Bale Cold Wave. That's 25% chance of knockback. And the third one sends out a barrage of icicles and assassins. So here, we'll play that again. Runs in, Bale Wave, shoots a bunch of stuff. Bale Wave, shoots a bunch of stuff. Cool. Don't really play assassins either, but that looks neat. Lightning enchanted bolts possibly fixed to reduce/prevent chance of invisible bolts. Lightning enchanted bolts fixed. Oh, huh. Is it like from? Is this on our end, or is it like lightning enchanted? I don't know, like archers or something shooting at you. There's like invisible bolts or something. I don't know. Bleed/poison damage debuff stacks individually per character summons Merc. Debuff stack individually per character summon Merc. Seems like something to do with the Necros, Blood Golems or something. Open wounds range, penalty removed. Interesting. Act 3, mercenary no longer can use daggers. Yeah, we saw that one coming. So no more Warstrike Act 3 mercs. Decoupled sound, music, and menu music volume sliders. Oh, okay. So it's all individual, so you can turn down so we don't get blasted. I just turned it off. I think it was like Control M at the title screen to mute the title screen music. Volume sliders adjusted to 1% increments from 5. Okay, so you can really fine tune it. Pretty cool. Single player set commands and achievement auras fixed. Dot set slash or dash home X command to force slash prefer which act you log into. Oh, interesting. So you can set your where you log into a game. If you just want to always go to Act 5, you just type in, set dash home with whatever value you want, 1 through 5, 0 for nothing. And what act? Oh, for some reason I was like Act 10. No, just whatever act. It's like fucking whoa. Anyway, so that's cool. You can set for if you're doing certain runs. Very, very interesting. So you just fucking, back the fuck out. Anyway, horizon map event limits the natural resistances of monsters within the created map, preventing them from being naturally immune. High resistance champions, unique monsters can still become immune from things such as fire enchanted. So maybe there's something, you have a map that has the immunities and resistances on the mobs, but then you go to a horizons map, and I guess it was like doubling it, so making it even harder. Interesting. All right. Fixed a bug causing desecrate to prevent mobs from spawning in maps. Did not know that was happening. Bummer. Added a new chance to cast on block affix. Dragon scale reworked. So here's dragon scale. 24% chance to cast a level 45 Hydra on block. 20% chance increased chance of blocking. So it's just another proc. Very cool. You can probably make some interesting proc build, even more interesting proc builds, or maybe even thorn builds, and all the same here. So very interesting. Another new item, unique shield, Twilight's Reflection, Hyperion. Okay, this is a level 48 item. 6% chance to cast a level 14 Cloak of Shadows on block. Minus enemy phys res. 20% chance of blocking. 20% reduced curse duration. ED, curse resistance, lightning res. Interesting. Pretty interesting that minus enemy physical resistance is interesting. Going on, Titan's Grip, Bramble Mitts. This is a level 42 item. Leaning into the block chance thing. 20% faster block rate, 18% increased chance of blocking. Missile defense, half freeze duration. Cool. Cool. And that looks like it's it. So, yeah, excited for season 10. I'm done, fishing. My shit's all done. And I don't know what to play this season. If you made it this far, let me know. I'll make a post or a poll asking again. The results are kind of skewed all over the place. It looks like no one wants me to play Druid, but seeing that one item, man, it makes me kind of want to do a Fireclaw Druid. But we'll see. Anyway, if you want to stay up to date with what's going on with the next dev streams, there's a couple more left before the beta starts. Feel free to sub so you'll be notified when I post another video going over the next dev stream. Excited to start season 10. Of course, we're going to play hardcore, trying to decide if we're going to go really try to hit Ubers a lot. We'll still do mapping videos because we got to get our gear, and it's going to be a cool season. I don't know. I love this mod, love the community. I'm happy to be back and excited to make some new videos for season 10. All right, guys, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you next time.